Hi everybody, how's it going? So today we're going to read. So just relax and listen to the story. All right. So we're gonna read King Michael. All right. Michael the Marvelous, King of the land, son of the world famous Robert the Grand, was enjoying the night that he had turned 32 as the people arrived for the party he threw. The Princess of Raya and Princess of Gome were guests in the castle, His Majesty's home. Here's his birthday cake. It's a pretty big birthday cake. But then again, it's king, so. The cake from the baker was 7 feet high, putting to shame the poor pie maker's pie. There's the chef. Here's his pie. The king and the queen danced a fanciful jig, with Duchess von Birkenham ate the roast pig. While Duchess von Birkenham ate the roast pig. Not a dry eye was found when the queen made her toast. The glasses were raised in salute of their host. But everything stopped when a black cloud appeared, and from it a haggard old man slowly neared. Along by his side walked a golden-beaked duck. The cook tried to picture it roasted and plucked. He donned a blue robe and a toppling hat, and he hobbled his way up to where the king sat. My sire, I ask for your ear, if I may, to offer a gift to you on your birthday. This duck grants a wish when you ask it aloud, and with that the old man disappeared in his cloud. With a waddle hop and a medieval quack, the duck sat himself on the mighty king's lap. The king felt part silly, but mostly confused. Though cancel the party, he simply refused. There's King Philip, or King Michael, sorry, and the duck. That's a magical duck. The king got more gifts, never peeking inside, while the duck waited patiently by the king's side. Until with a laugh, Michael spoke to a friend. How I wish that this night would not end. When you wish for a wish, you must mind every word, for a magic wish duck is a powerful bird. The duck's magic beak turned from golden to blue. The wish had been granted, so off the duck flew. As wishes had been, this was one of the worst. From that moment on, the poor kingdom was cursed. With morning came darkness, no warmth and no sun. The night would not leave, for the damage was done. Each morning, King Michael had hoped to see light, while the crops withered slowly in shadow of night. The king offered rubies and emeralds galore to the knight who would bring the old man to his door. The hunters went forth on a duck-finding quest. Until both were captured, the king would not rest. So he put up a wanted poster of that magician that gave him the magic duck. He's looking for him, looking high and low. All right. But no one had seen the duck's gold-colored beak, and the search for the man went on week after week. Off in the forest, a small cabin stood. The old man had built it with amber-black wood. For he was a wizard named Santo the Bad, who'd been banished by Robert, good King Michael's dad. By Santo's side sat his duck in a box with a trio of tricolored locks. Inside of the box, Santo locked up the sun, and magic, just magic, could make this undone. Weeks became months, and the sun never shone. The peasants were angry and started to groan. Finally Michael could take it no more. He would go fix things and settle this score. So rarely did kings travel solo by horse, but Michael charged on, and he stayed on his course. The council had urged him that east would be best, but the king disagreed, and rode off to the west. The road was not safe, filled with perilous foes, like armies of warthogs and red forest trolls. He battled these creatures without any fear, in brave kingly ways that are not mentioned here. One evening the king paused to look at his map, and somehow, instead, he slipped into a nap. He slept rather soundly on leaf-covered ground, awoke from his dream when he heard a loud sound. When he looked around a tree Michael spotted the source. "A cabin," he whispered, and tied up his horse. Up to the window he creeped and he crept. When he saw the old wizard, he cheered and he leapt. "I found you!" he shouted, and burst through the door, though a king should know better than manners so poor. He insisted the wizard reverse what he'd done, then he took back his wish and demanded the sun. "I'd rather eat worm toads than do what you say, but I offer you this, a small game we can play. Inside of this box lies the magic you seek." Santo grinned wide and continued to speak. "Three keys for three locks are the way in. Answer these riddles, unlock them, and win. But if you should fail, or not answer in time, your title is forfeit, your kingdom is mine." A king must be wise to rule over a nation, so Michael was ready without hesitation. They both took a seat, and the duck gave a glare. The king, without knowing, had taken his chair. The box was between them. It sat in the middle. Santo spoke first to recite the first riddle. "I climb up a hill and reach out to the sky, and still you are taller. I ask, who am I?" "An ant," said the king as the old wizard frowned, "whose hill only sits but an inch off the ground." Santo the Bad muttered, "Well, lucky guess. We'll see how you handle the riddle up next. There's nothing as large, not on land or at sea, but you won't feel my weight when you rest under me." The king answered back with the promptest reply, "Enormous and weightless, you must be the sky." Santo was mad. He did not like to lose. For last of his riddles, he knew which to choose. So there's the little ant hill that he's talking about. All right. "I'm older than all, and although this is true, somehow I've seen fewer nights than have you." Santo laughed out as he watched the king think, until the good king gave a smile and wink. "The riddle is solved and the game has been won. You never see night because you are the sun." The box opened up and a small ball of light shot through the ceiling and took off in flight. It grew as it rose in a wonderful way, till the sun filled the sky and changed night into day. At the castle, the king had a great celebration, with no gifts allowed, only pure jubilation. The wizard was jailed for his mischievous crime, but the king let him out after 1 day of time. He was ordered to clean by decree of the queen, look after the horses and mop the floors clean. When Michael walked by, he was greeted by cheers. They spoke of his greatness for years upon years. However, the duck was not heard from again. The closest they found was an unpleasant hen. If you see him, this duck, with his colorful beak, I warn you, be wary of that which you speak. And here's the duck. All right. Last one. I want a monkey. Wally was sure that he wanted a pet. He talked to his dad about which pet to get. "I want a monkey who scratches his head. He'd swing in the house and he'd jump on the bed." "Well," said his dad in a kind sort of way, "did you know that monkeys eat bugs every day?" "Oh no," Wally said, "we have none to eat. Mom likes to squash all the bugs with her feet." "Then I want a hippo," he screamed to his dad. "He'd eat all our trash, and Mom would be glad." "Hippos need water. It helps them stay cool. I guess we can build them a giant-sized pool." "No," Wally said. "He'd be too big to dry. We need a mountain of towels to try." "I want an otter who triple backflips. I'd practice swimming when we go for dips." "Did you know most otters can whistle and chirp? They growl and snort and perhaps even burp." "Oh," Wally said with a sad-looking frown, "we'd have to tell him to keep the noise down." "Let's get a giraffe," Wally said with a smile. "I'd slide from his neck to a giant clothes pile." Giraffes hold the record for tallest of all. The jump from their head is a 20-foot fall. "Gosh," Wally said as he looked at the ceiling, "he'd bump his head even if he were kneeling." "Well, how about a bunny?" he said to his dad. "A fluffy and floppy one. That one can't be that bad. Bunnies like eating and chew all your stuff. Raising a bunny can really be tough." "Wow," Wally answered. "Is that really true? Picking a pet is not easy to do." "I want a fish," Wally said. "Let's get one. I think a goldfish could be lots of fun." Said his dad with a look of delight. "Good idea, Wally. I think you're right." They're really good swimmers and make funny faces, and if we get two, we could watch them have races. Okay, said his dad. That's just what we'll do. One goldfish for me, one goldfish for you. All right, guys. Thanks for sticking around with me and listening to my stories. I hope you have a great weekend and have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.